bar beer?
I didn't bring any this morning.
Really?
So
You got
sorry.
275 of them. You
Seriously?
couldn't.
They're all on ice.
All right.
Come on by.
What's going on Friday night?
Yeah, Friday night we start the tasting session. We have about 250 of those beers available. Plus, our home brewers are coming in. They're doing a competition, and the winner gets to brew a commercial batch and serve it at the bar next year.
Nice. All right. So the bar being
21st Street Brewers Bar. So we're in the building where Vinda's set, PW Pizza,
I
and
saw
21st
Mulan.
Street
Yeah.
Brewers Bar. Yeah, and we use Mulan as the event space.
okay, and so you're downstairs.
We are, we're taking up the whole building pretty much, except where the restaurants and the bar are.
Gotcha. Okay, so your restaurant, what 21 Street? Is that what it is?
Yeah, so we own the whole building.
Okay.
So we have the restaurant and the two restaurants and the bar.
Gotcha.
And then the event space is where we host the beer festival.
Gotcha. And the winner will be able to have its beer sold at the restaurants.
Yeah, so that's on Friday night. And then Saturday we do a VIP session where we have a lot of high alcohol beers and some rare cellared beers.
Explain this to me. Oh, first of all, tickets. How do we get tickets and all that stuff?
Yeah, so the best spot is go to centennialbeerfestival.com. You can buy tickets there. We actually have a beer dinner tonight with Civil Life that is sold out. I hate to tell people. Friday and Saturday ticket sales are brisk, so I expect that we'll sell those out here shortly. So if people want to go, I don't suggest waiting and buying them at the door.
CentennialBeerFestival.com.
Correct.
Okay. Why is it when I go to Europe, the beer tastes better in Europe than it does here?
That might be the scenery. That might be part of it.
Might be
Right.
vacation. All right.
Right.
But it seems like that American beer is different than German beer. Or is that a general?
No, I think you're right. I think that the fun thing, if you go to Germany and you go to Cologne, there's the Kolsch is the style. So they all focus on a similar style, but they might do it in their own particular way in that particular part of the town. We in America, we'll brew any beer, anytime, anywhere. So you can go in and, as we said, 200 different beers at this beer festival. In Cologne, you're going to find the Kolsch, and it's going to be hard to find other beers.
Right.
It's interesting nowadays, though, that you do beer pairings with food. It's not just like with chicken wings. We're talking, high-end food, too.
Yeah, I mean, tonight's dinner is no small affair. We're going to have about 100 people. The chef, when I left yesterday, was working on rabbit. We're doing a rabbit paired with one of the beers from Civil Life. So this is a big deal. Beer is very easy to pair with, similar to wine.
Of these beers, are they local? Are they international? What are these beers that we're going to be sampling?
No, good question. So when we started this about 8 years ago, we had 4 local breweries and about 80 beers. Now we're up to about 30 local breweries. I mean, you can imagine the beer growth in the last decade in St.
Right.
Louis. So we'll have about 30 local breweries, and then in addition to that, we'll have another 50 international and domestic breweries as well.
Why is there, I understand there's a market for it, but why is there an explosion of breweries here in St. Louis?
I think certainly a lot of it had to do with the loyalty that everybody has to Anheuser-Busch. St. Louis has always been a great beer town, but it's always been focused at one beer style. And then 25 years ago, Schlafly kicked it into gear, and they started the craft movement. But until InBev and Anheuser-Busch kind of got together, I think that people were pretty loyal to it. So once that happened, people said, hey, there's some other local options too. Let me take a look.
So it allowed people to say, all right, I can go and buy another local beer, and this one I'm going to buy Five Hands or O'Fallon or whatever else.
Absolutely, and it also freed up some really talented people that said, hey, I'm going to take this opportunity to leave the brewery, like Florian Couplet at Urban Chestnut, and go start his own thing.
Anheuser-Busch trained all these people how to make beer and sell beer, and then they let them go, and so there was all this talent on the streets.
Yeah, and you could say that Florian probably brought as much to Anheuser-Busch as Anheuser-Busch brought to him.
Right.
He was a classically trained in Germany and
yeah.
Bavarian brewmaster. So it's really exciting. I lived in Seattle about 25 years ago, and beer was all the rage in the Northwest.
Yeah.
And you think about different places in the country that you go taste craft beer: California, Colorado, Michigan, the Northwest. I think St. Louis is starting to get on that conversation.
Yeah. Is there a? I was in Bavaria and had some Czech beer, which is unbelievable. I never in a million years would I've tried Czech beer. What's the closest thing here to a Czech beer?
Well, any Pilsner is going to be similar to a Czech beer. So Pilsner Urquell is probably one that people know of pretty well.
Yeah.
But there's a whole host of great Pilsner. Griezedijk does, which is of course a beer name here in St. Louis.
Right.
They do a really nice Pilsner.
Okay, I'll try that. Yeah. Also, that Staropramen out there. Did you have some of that out there? there?
We don't have it this weekend, but I'll go find it.
That was really, really, really good. It's a good thing I don't live in Prague, or I wouldn't get out of bed in the morning. All right, so it's Friday and Saturday?
Yeah, so Friday night 6 to 9, Saturday 2 to 5, and Saturday 6 to 9.
All right, and for tickets, just go to centennialbeerfestival.com.
Yeah, we'd love to see you down there.
Jason Arnold, thanks for coming in.
I appreciate it.
810, Big 550.